After the first tranche from the annual reviews, we looked at the themes, and some of the themes were things like basic skills and life skills. Can you just elaborate on that for us, what we've done since we've adopted this PCP method?
As far as basic skills is concerned, we no longer use just general textbooks and storybooks. At Key Stage 4, we've now tried to gear it towards the needs of our Key Stage 4 pupils. I think we discovered an awful lot about our pupils that we didn't previously know. Things such as their concerns about life after school. For me, things like that I may have taken for granted, getting on a bus, travel, training, going to college, but that sounds very general. More specifically, things like walking into a canteen, what food do they serve? How do they pay for their food? It may seem basic to us, but it means an awful lot to our pupils, and I think we've taken that on board. And so now a lot of the literature and the materials we use are based around things like this: handling everyday money, jobs that they do around the house, things to do with, things that concerns they have with regard to bullying, as well as social skills. How am I going to make my friends in college? Will I make friends? And these things are important to our pupils. Also, we looked at things such as form filling. So many of our pupils want to go on holidays and they want to learn to drive. So we now incorporate lots and lots of things like driving licence application forms, college application forms. We do quite a bit with bank details because they all want to open bank accounts. And so I think we're far more realistic, and hopefully we're sort of helping them to deal with life after college perspective.
But as in life skills, we've also adapted a new approach, haven't we? Maybe just expand on that for us.
Yeah, it's made a massive impact with the scheme of work for the life skills programme. Now it's based more on the individual and the individual needs. We do just the basic everyday things that, like you said, we take it for granted, that the children can do their shoelaces up, button their buttons of their tops, make a sandwich, all these different things. And by the information that we gathered through data, through the key worker Julia, we have now been able to make a scheme of work where all this is incorporated with the children.
And what sort of things are we talking about when we say scheme of work? What practical things are we now practising?
We go shopping once a week. They have their own shopping list. They bring their own money, so they're able to go into the shops and spend the money themselves, make sure they got the right change. We've now bought different equipment so that they're able to lay a table themselves, because that like you said, you take that for granted. They're not able to. Washing the dishes after using them, that is all now incorporated in doing it. Things that everyday life they're now able to take home as well and use it at home.
And these were the things that were originally identified by parents as seeing a need during their annual reviews about the things that were working and things that weren't working, and the things that weren't working, how we could best support our children inside the schools. And we are constantly now adapting that, as in recently, within the last fortnight, we've recently adapted, haven't we?
Yeah, oh, definitely. And the communication is huge, I think, with the parents, that they will write in saying different things that the children are struggling with at home. So then we are able to try it in school. Then we can write either whether it be a phone call or even again through the key worker telling Julia to contact home. And then we're able to say, this is what we've done today. And they can then continue it throughout the week, throughout the daily, of the child's home life as well as just in school.
I think the pupils got more of a voice at the moment as well. Definitely, I can think of certain individuals who have completely changed as pupils. They're far more confident. They're not scared to voice their opinions. They're not scared of people thinking they're going to be wrong. And I think it's been a really positive experience.